Just a few years ago, tourists would have regretted meeting Antonio James on this street corner. Back then, Antonio was the feared leader of Ciudad de Dios, a gang dedicated to drugs, assaults, robberies, and extortion. Now, the 31-year-old and his 4 partners lead neighborhood tours, sharing their gang time experiences with visitors to Panama City's historic Casco Viejo.
Before we rob the tourists, now we guide them and tell them stories about how life here used to be. Now walking with us gives them safety. It's a total change from what we used to do.
Antonio's group Fortaleza Tours offers up to 10 tours per week. At $25 per head, the group is netting around $3,000 per month. The ex-gang members say earning money the legit way beats gun battles and jail time. And word of their success is spreading.
Guys come up to me and ask how they can change their lives. A friend of mine in prison said, "I want to work for your company when I get out." They see the change in us.
This change came from an unlikely alliance. American corporate lawyer turned developer Casey Harden came to the Casco Viejo more than a decade ago. Struck by the crumbling beauty, he dreamt of transforming the area into a tourism destination, creating opportunities for newcomers and residents alike. But back then, the neighborhood was a different place.
The Canal House, that first boutique hotel, we got bullets through the window twice because of fights between gang on this side, Hot Boys, and gang on the other side, Ciudad de Dios.
Just 10 blocks long and 4 blocks wide, the Casco Viejo was for years divided between 3 rival gangs. As Casey and his partner started buying rundown buildings and turning them into artist lofts and boutique hotels, it became clear they had to deal with the gangs. They could have paid them protection money, demanded the police get rid of them, or barricaded their buildings. But instead, Casey, with the help of a local social worker, reached out to the gang leaders.
Get a group of guys who had always been marginalized, who had always been in a position of either the victim or the punisher, to look at the world in a different way and look at being part of something bigger and positive, to be protagonists in a story of revitalization.
The Esperanza Social Venture Club was created, a private initiative that puts gang members through 10 weeks of counseling and skills training. Local business leaders offer mentoring, job placement, and help with small loans. In just 2 years, 45 people have graduated, and the area's 3 gangs have disbanded.
When you work with these young men, it's clear that though they've led criminal lives, having been in prison, having killed, at their root, they're human beings who are only asking for help, for an opportunity. That's what we offer.
Yves Becerra opened a lunch delivery service shortly after graduating from the program in January. He charges $3.75 for a meal and has already seen his client list more than double. After spending 16 years in prison for murder, he says he was ready for a second chance.
If you put yourself in the frame of mind that they're not going to help you, then you won't be helped. But really, it's you who's not helping yourself. But if you tell yourself there will be an opportunity, then you'll help to create one, which is what I did.
After fielding last-minute calls, Yves races through the Casco streets to make his deliveries on time. The 43-year-old says he's left gang life far behind, and day by day, he's earning back the trust of the community.
We're really happy that the people like the food we make. They're family recipes that have been passed down through the generations. I like my work.
You guys are ex-gang members.
Having a solid business plan is key for graduates who pursue the entrepreneurial path. Casey shows me a video of the ex-gang members selling their business plan to a group from the community. The goal is to teach graduates how to take criticism and use it to improve their proposal.
The guys love it because the guys know they're learning. They know that the process is necessary, and they know that the environment is supportive. They know that the people in that room are there to support them and to see them succeed.
Esperanza co-founder Matt Landau is one of those people. Nearly every day he has impromptu meetings with graduates, trying to help guide their inner entrepreneur, a quality many of these street hustlers come by naturally.
Everything is done with the very same hustle and opportunistic, attitude that made them successful in their own world, that made them, that survived them for all these years. And in our case, we just kind of leverage it in a pro-social way. In the case of Juan, he had a question about clams. That's awesome. In the case of Josue, he's trying to figure out what 4 drink recipes will most resonate with travelers and tourists to Panama. That's the good kind of hustle.
Since the gangs laid down their weapons, crime in Casco Viejo has dropped dramatically. In a neighborhood that used to be a gang-controlled hot zone, police reported not a single robbery or assault from the start of 2014 to March this year. Politicians from El Salvador have invited members of Esperanza to talk about their work with gangs, and a government minister told Al Jazeera that Panama needs to push initiatives like this throughout the country.
But the success in programs like Esperanza and the resulting drop in crime is having unexpected results. As developers continue to buy up more buildings, local people are being forced out.
20 families now live inside this abandoned school. Yves is one of them. He's worried both for the future of his business and his family.
The Casco Viejo has become like a game of Monopoly. These days, people take it, mortgage it, sell it, and then collect it again. We're living here, and yet this building has also been sold. We don't know where we're going to go.
Here, too, Casey thinks a committed community can make a difference, trying to address a problem created in part by his success. He and a few other developers are building low-income housing in the neighborhood.
How you define success here, I think, is going to be based on diversity. In any neighborhood like this, there's a mandate on one side to restore the architectural heritage, but then you have a human heritage, and that has to be protected somehow too.
The Esperanza project might not solve all the problems here, but it offers a step in the right direction. Just ask Antonio James, a former gang leader whose son now wants to be a tour guide. David Mercer, Al Jazeera, El Casco Viejo, Panama City.